everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today is a very special day. We are here in the most amazing garden in all of North Carolina.
Thank you.
Visiting
Awesome.
our dear friends, the Sabios. So David, I want you to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm David Sabio. Proprietor of this garden. Certainly the driver, but I couldn't do it without Christine.
And we are here in the beginning of April.
Yes.
Everything in your garden is always amazing.
It's pretty magical this time of year. So.
How many Japanese maples do you have?
There are about 100 on the property and about 80 distinct cultivars.
All right, you guys, we're going to turn the camera around and we're going to stroll around, and this is going to be the greatest garden tour that you've ever been on. So just get ready for it.
Again, I treat it as a plant of the garden, but it is a pain in the grass. It demands way too much, but I don't give it that much. I let it do its thing, but I do think it complements the garden. It lets the eye rest between beds, gives you something to walk on, but I don't want lots of it, and I've spent a number of years reducing it, you know, and there's a few more patches that will get eliminated when the time is right. So
how long have you been in this garden?
We moved into this house, 20 years. Started piddling a little bit with the garden, even the woods were an absolute mess. It was a lot of vines, a lot of little baby trees, leftover damaged trees from Fran from '96. But I knew I was into Japanese maples. It started with one and has become the collection it has. But there's a little bit of everything. Admittedly, I am a collector.
How many camellias do you have?
You know what? I have to look at the list, but I bet we have about 30 camellias and around 45 clematis. So
your clematis are epic.
Yeah, so it's it's a passion for sure, maybe an obsession, but it keeps a smile on my face.
And wait, how many kitties?
4 kitties at the moment.
And I'm panning over to Owen Eugene right now. He's gonna come on the garden tour. So David, not only do you have an amazing collection of woody material, but it goes all the way to the ground. You have really good ground covers, herbaceous ground covers.
It does. I like to fill all the space. So yeah, mulch is a lot less labor intensive than it used to be. I mean, we used to get large amounts, and I still like to use it, but I have to do a lot less of that now because the plants are doing the work. They've filled in, they're covering the ground, you know, whether it's an actual ground cover or the branches of a shrub. And so it's just a little easier, you know, which is great for, you know, the oncoming age. I'd say the first flush blooms were certainly, I mean, I'm not a huge guy, but it's, you know, as big as my hand, if not bigger, which is just, it's amazing. I mean, you can't miss it, you know, and to walk up on it, it's rather stunning.
It's a funny story. You know, it's a sport from Nucio's Cameo.
Okay, which is over there.
And it's the plant that made me get to know Peter van Rijzen from the Netherlands. He represents the breeder who, actually the nurseryman who discovered this branch sport, and they patented it.
Wow.
And I was still at Camellia Forest, and Peter and I corresponded, you know, on Facebook, because he just saw me posting camellia pictures and was like, I want you to grow this plant. And, you know, a great friendship has been created as a result. But
fantastic.
It's all because of that camellia.
Well, I love this camellia. You know, some people have argued with me, like, the variegation's not that true or not as striking as maybe it was intended, but I don't care.
It's still variegated. I mean, we'll get a close-up on it, and you can see, like, it's 2 different colors. Yeah. That's what variegation is.
Without a doubt.
So it's unique, and I mean, you just can't beat these flowers.
Oh no!
Look at that. I'm obsessed with him. He is so cute.
Oh my God! What are you gonna do? Oh, he's actually the bee.
Oh.
I had to rescue a swallowtail today from Nelson, but I was able to. But Nelson put on quite an acrobatic show going after this swallowtail. Don't get stung, man.
Oh, Owen Eugene.
You've used up your vet visits.
Now, which pinkster is this?
I don't know. We rescued this from a creek bed behind my sister's old house.
Oh, cool.
So
No, it's just native. It's a native azalea.
Yes, it was.
Wake County is not recycling glass.
Yep, we can't do glass anymore. Guy got on me the other day about cat food tins. I still want to do a good thing, but I'm like, you're tying my hands. Some stuff is going to be garbage, but stuff like this doesn't have to be. So we'll put it to use. You'll see I've got bottles lined up going around. I'm just going to extend the head. They're on their side right now, but it's showing me where my plan is at. So that'll be one of those summer projects where I can work in the shade, take the pickaxe, pull the trench, and just tap them all in. So right now I'm still playing catch up with, the setback from last year. So.
And sorry, you have serious competition over your left shoulder. He's playing with his tail.
Oh, and it doesn't get old to him. I mean, he's like 2 years old almost, and that is still probably his number one game. Did you get it, buddy? I do like the freshness and tidiness of spring, but when it comes to the Japanese maples, I can't knock fall because
it's true. They're exceptional.
Yes.
Now wait, I'm literally getting distracted by every single step that I take. But what epimedium is this?
That is Amber Queen.
Oh wow! If there was ever a plant for fairies, would be it to me.
Mm-hmm.
These are just.
That's part of the appeal to Christine, but it is an awesome plant. They do really well here. This is a very challenging environment. It's a dry slope essentially, and to be honest with you, I still find epimediums actually, like a lot of plants, would prefer some moisture, but they do the work out here. And so I'm little by little have been able to plop these in, and it's better conditions. I may get faster growth and bigger clumps.
Incredible. It is not a former tobacco field.
No, to be honest with you, with all you wonder if it was once a grape orchard. There was so much muscadine through the woods that we had to first get out of the trees and then get out of the ground, and it took a lot of years to do that. The COVID pandemic gave us some time to finally finish the top, and you'll see as we get up there, it's tame all the way to the back, which is just very pleasing to me because the entire property now is traversable. The top is proving very difficult to find what it'll take because it's hot and dry.
So the first thing I saw this morning when I got on Instagram was that you had already been out collecting rocks.
Yes. Yes, I have a keen wandering eye, because I could see one sitting on it. Well, there ended up being about 6 gems in there. So we got them all, They're a little dirty right now. We're going to clean them up, but they will find a great home in here, which helps with, architecturally it looks good. I use it also because obviously I have to worry about how rain flows, water flows off the property. And so I try to use that to both be artistic and mitigate some of the erosion. Yeah, we did that ourselves, and I'd like it to look natural. It's as best I can. Sometimes even Christine, she's like, I don't think that rock's sitting as high as it once was. And I was like, it's not supposed to. It should sink. It looks like it should be there. And I think it makes it look more natural.
I'm just going to tell you right now, everybody's going to be like, why doesn't David Sabio have a YouTube channel? I want to watch his gardening adventures. So
it'd be fun. I guess it's a thought. It's a thought.
In all your free time.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I'm still trying to get this place straight. So,
20 years in, I think you've succeeded.
Yeah, but it's always a work in progress. So.
Okay, everybody. I hope you enjoyed David's Woodland garden tour. This is only half of the garden, though. So we're going to make this a couple different videos. So stay tuned for the part 2 of the Sabio's incredible garden tour, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this life-changing tour.
I hope you did too.
Thanks, everybody.